You really do like Civil War a lot, don't you?
Yes.
Hi guys, it's Chris from Beer Bacon and Bros, and you're watching Cinetopical. We're getting ready to do over-unders on Marvel movies because Black Widow is getting ready to come out in the next month or two, right? A couple months, somewhere around there. As I mentioned, I'm Chris from Beer Bacon and Bros. If you aren't following us yet, we're a podcast about craft beer, sports, a lot of times guy talk, just some current events in the world and things like that. So you can find us on Podbean, and we live stream on Tuesday nights from there. You can come in and join the chat and call in and join in our conversation. So we'd love to have you. You ready, handsome Nate?
Always. All right, first up, we have Avengers Endgame sitting at a 94%.
God, that's tough. I don't know. I guess it's technically underrated in my personal opinion because it probably should be like a 97%. I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. But my deep love for the Marvel Cinematic Universe probably makes it a little biased. But I would say underrated. I do think it's higher than a 94.
You can also say perfectly rated.
Can you? Okay. Yeah. That's not perfectly rated, though.
Okay, next up, we have Captain Marvel sitting at a 79%.
Oh. I think that's underrated. I think it's a good movie. I mean, obviously, it feels like, and I've probably never said this in a general setting, but I feel like Marvel had some filler movies, like to figure out how to get Captain Marvel into the storyline. And I think they did a good job of playing it in the 90s, and it explains a little more Nick Fury and stuff. But, I mean, it's at 79%, I think it's a little underrated, but I also wouldn't say that it's like in the, 85 or above. It's probably, like in my opinion, just a little bit more than a 79%.
Okay. Next up, we have Captain America, the First Avenger, at 80%.
That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm a huge Captain America fan, not just Marvel in general, but, I mean, that's probably right on par. I mean, it was filming, 2007, 2009, something like that. So I think they did the best with what they had, and it was getting ready to start the amazing role of what the movies would be.
Okay. So next up, Captain America First Avenger was at 80%. Next up, we have Iron Man 3, which is at a 79%.
That might be overrated. I actually personally did not like Iron Man 3. And it's not an Iron Man thing. I love the first two Iron Man movies. I feel like they just made a third Iron Man movie just to make it. And, they didn't put enough time and effort in, creating the right storyline for that. So, you're still wrong. But I think I did not enjoy Iron Man 3 at all.
Okay, next up we have The Incredible Hulk at 67%.
That's probably still overrated. I hate that movie. They should have never even made that movie. They should have just brought Hulk in the first Avengers movie somehow. Like just a little 25-minute segment on who the Hulk is and where he came from. That movie sucked.
I've never seen The Incredible Hulk, and I have enjoyed every other Marvel movie with
Don't watch it. You don't even need to.
I agree with you.
You don't even need to watch it.
All right. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 at 85%. Critically fresh.
That's a tough one for me. Me personally, and it might be just an opinion, Guardians 1 was better than Guardians 2. 85%. I'm torn. All right, you know what? I think it's a little overrated, but I don't think it's as far overrated as the whole. Like the Hulk should have been in the twos. Like it should have been 22% probably. But like Guardians 2 is right around where First Avenger would be for me, so maybe like 81 or 82%. So it's not that far off, but it's still overrated.
All right. Next up, we have Thor. Just Thor.
Just the first one. Okay.
It's 77%. Certified fresh.
That's probably right. I mean, 77 is probably. I'm probably cool. I'm cool with the 77% because it's not as good as First Avenger at 80. Probably not. I don't know where the first Iron Man is, but not as good as the first Iron Man. So 77 is probably fair.
Okay. Next up, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, sitting at an 87%.
Oh, that's high. I did listen. I enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's a good movie, and it's better than the first Ant-Man movie. But 87% is. I feel like some of the Marvel movies get higher ratings because of when they came out in the trend of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, the first movies got more accurate ratings, and then the middle movies or the later end movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of just they got like a few extra points because of like being a Marvel movie. So I mean, it's probably like 8.1, but it's not 8.7.
All right. Next up, we have the undisputed third best Marvel movie ever, which is Captain America: Civil War.
Oh my, get out of here.
At 90%.
Overrated, just since we're basing this off my personal opinion, but not like that far overrated. I mean, it's probably like from a critic standpoint and from the movie itself, I mean, it's probably like an 85. But I don't know. I think I'm just more upset that they went down the Civil Road train than anything else. But I understand like why they did it and what it gave to the universe. So overrated, in my opinion.
All right. And finally, we have Avengers: Infinity War, sitting at an 85%.
I actually went back and watched this movie just like last week, I think, and mostly because of WandaVision and just playing off of some of that stuff. But you said it was a what?
85.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's right on par. You know what? I mean, that might be a little underrated actually. It's probably like an 87, because if I'm rating Civil War at 8.5, then in my personal opinion, Age of Ultron's better than Civil War, and I know I see your reaction, but no, I like the movie. I think they did a good job of incorporating new characters into it, and it took the Avengers up to something different, even though they killed off Cooks. I can give spoilers away. Yeah, even though they killed off.
Yes, you can spoil Infinity War, a movie that has been out for 3 years.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, then I would say Age of Ultron's underrated at the 8.5. It's probably more of an 8.7 or 8.8.
You mean Infinity War?
Sorry, Infinity War. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, if you're not already, make sure you are commenting, and subscribing to Cinetopical. Awesome channel. Obviously, they do a lot of movie reviews, trailer reviews, things like that. So, if you're not already doing it, make sure you're subscribing.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.